vloggy vlog. I am so excited to be talking to you this morning. I literally just woke up and I just want to start this vlog immediately. Only my queens and my princesses will see this. So I'm very excited to be doing that for the first time today and to be vlogging our June pick, which is Pretty Girls. My whole brand rests on the shoulders of me rereading this and enjoying it and hyping it up just as much this time around as I did the first time. So I am scared, I am nervous, I'm hoping I like it as much as I did the first time, but I'm also super excited to relive my favorite book. So that is what we're gonna be doing in this video. I'm just gonna do a reading vlog of rereading Pretty Girls, and I'm gonna be giving you all of my spoilery thoughts because I already did this vlog before. I already vlogged this book doing non-spoiler thoughts. So it's time to get into the spoilers. Hopefully all of y'all are reading it or have already read it and are rereading it with me this month. So hopefully everybody can watch this. If you haven't read it yet, go ahead and come back when you're done so you can listen to all the spoilers. But I haven't started my reread yet. I literally just woke up. It's currently Monday, the morning after my birthday weekend. My birthday weekend was wild. I feel like I was just buzzed for 4 days straight. I am just now feeling like I have time to relax. I'm like coming back down to earth. So yeah, I had a wild, fun birthday weekend, but I'm ready for a chill week of reading this week. Also something very, very exciting that happened last night is I met one of you in person. I met Ashley from, I will say her channel actually because she's a booktuber. Ashley from Dumb Blonde Books. I'll put her channel right here and you'll need to go subscribe to your fellow queen if you haven't already. I met her, we had dinner last night and we talked for like 2 or 3 hours. It was so amazing. I'm just so grateful for y'all and like being able to connect with y'all and find y'all through the internet when we might have literally never met, never crossed paths if I never randomly in quarantine decided to talk to a camera about books. So that was super, super fun. And we were talking about, you know, the reread, the pick, and she was hyping me up to start my reread already. So that's what I'm gonna be jumping into today after my sessions or in between my sessions because I do have to see a lot of clients today. I'm trying to get a lot of clients in at the beginning of the week this week because I'm taking the latter half of the week off to go visit my family since I didn't see any of them on my actual birthday or my birthday weekend. I'm gonna like take a weekend and go visit them. So that'll be fun. But yeah, also, this is just gonna be so chatty. I hope you're okay with that. But this morning, I was watching a lot of content, like BookTube, Bookstagram, whatever. I was just catching up on like things that people tagged me in or people mentioned me in or whatever. And a lot of it was like around disturbing books since that's what I like to read. And those are like kind of the recommendations that I guess I'm known for a little bit. It's like Pretty Girls, Survivor, books like that. And I was just thinking, like it really got me thinking about what I define as a disturbing book. And this book, I definitely define as disturbing. And Survivor, I definitely define as disturbing. You know, those books are, they're pretty gruesome. But I was listening to people's recommendation videos that I was tagged in because they were like, oh, I got this recommendation from Hailey. And then of course I watched the rest of the video because I wanted other recommendations that were disturbing and similar to what I would recommend. Some of the books that people were talking about alongside disturbing books that I would recommend are like Saving Noah by Lucinda Berry or like true crime books. And I'm like, something in my head like does not let me define those books as disturbing. And so I thought on it, and I'm gonna tell you the distinction for me, like between what makes a book disturbing and what doesn't. And I think this is where I kind of run into trouble where people get mad at me for not saying like, hey, beware, this book is disturbing, because to me, a book like Saving Noah, for example, that book is not disturbing. Yes, things happen that are taboo, that are difficult to deal with, but I'm not disturbed by the things that are happening in this book because it feels like I have empathy for the perpetrator, for the main character, for the person committing the crimes. So to me, it's like a very deep dive into understanding and empathy for somebody that on the surface you could judge really easily. And to me, that doesn't disturb me. It actually fills me with like warmth and fulfillment that I can get to a place of feeling empathy for somebody who has done horrible things. And I feel the same way about true crime, not necessarily for things written about like serial killers, you know, that's very difficult to feel empathy for me at least, but for victims, I don't think true crime is disturbing because it's more about finding empathy and understanding for the victim. You know what I mean? Like for me, I don't know. It doesn't fit in the disturbing category in my head. Whereas the perpetrators in Pretty Girls and in Survivor, I have tried to find any scrap of empathy for, and I just cannot do it. They're atrocious, they are horrible, and it makes me feel those icky, disturbing feelings. However, I don't feel that when I read something like Saving Noah. So those are just the thoughts that I was having this morning as I was consuming a lot of disturbing book content. Let me know if you have any thoughts about that, if you agree, if you're like kind of on my same wavelength. I don't know. I just wanted to put that out in the universe in some way and like record these thoughts because, I don't know, it's something interesting to think about, especially going into a reread of a very iconic, disturbing book. So I'm going to go ahead and, number one, film my wrap up. Number two, see my clients. Then hopefully I can start this book and get back to ya. See ya. This is the current situation. I have my bright, clean, crisp, and dry from Boxed, my fave. We have spaghetti about to go in the pot. We have the meatballs simmering along in the sauce. Dinner's in the works. Hi vlog. I am only on chapter 2 and already I've cried. I cried during the prologue because everything from the dad's perspective just hits so much harder after knowing what happens and reading. Like obviously I've read the last chapter already, so the first chapter hits so much harder. I was highlighting Emma Storm because it's just so beautifully written. It is so good. And that first chapter, even though I knew it was gonna happen to Claire, like, and Paul, I already knew it. Like I knew the twist. I knew what was gonna happen. It still got me. I was still like heart pumping in the moment. God, Karen Slaughter is just such a fucking good writer. I'm obsessed with her. I cannot wait to read this. It is just like got me totally invigorated right now. I am a quarter of the way through. Claire just got to the police station, and honestly, I don't know how at this point I didn't guess what was going on. Like my first read through, I guess it is pretty convincing and you kind of want to believe that everything is fake. But knowing what I know now, it just reads so gross. Like the cops telling her that everything is fake. It's crazy. Also, I totally forgot how Adam, his like business partner, is involved. So I cannot wait to get to that because the end of this chapter just said, I really need those files. Don't make me do this the hard way, AQ. So like Adam is threatening her, and I totally forgot about that part of this book. So when I get to the halfway point, I will update you again. Hello vlog, good morning. It is the next day. I don't really have a reading update for you because I only read like 10 more pages since my last update, and then Cameron got home, so we were like spending some time together watching stuff. I just wanted to check in and say good morning. I'm about to head to my sessions for the morning. Let's make some chai and go do some therapy. Hello. Oh my. Okay. I'm in between sessions right now. I just hit my fucking piercing and that hurt. I'm about to go get lunch and I have a little bit of a break. So I'm gonna sit in my car and annotate Pretty Girls and eat some bao. And I'm sorry if you can hear the AC blasting. It's literally 103 degrees. Love my life, love my life. No, but actually, I do love doing my outdoor sessions. So, let's go eat. Hi vlog, I'm home. I am steadily making my way, hi Mochi, through Pretty Girls, but I just have to talk to y'all about something. I have to talk to you guys about something. I widely recommend disturbing books, and I feel like this goes along with this vlog because obviously a lot of y'all are going to be reading Pretty Girls this month with me. When somebody recommends you something and they say like, hey girly, this is disturbing, maybe you should look at the trigger warnings. Because I'm literally sitting here, I was literally shaking mad with rage. I was so angry. Me and McKay, I'm about to spill tea. I'm not sorry. Me and McKay had widely recommended an extreme horror book. There are people taking the recommendation and not doing their research and not looking up trigger warnings and then reading the book and hating it and getting triggered by it because of course you are. It's extreme horror. And then getting on their channel and being like, I would not recommend this book to anyone. It's so bad. This is not a good book, but it's just not for you. And like, that is the shit that literally makes me so goddamn angry because there's already so much stigma around the extreme horror genre. And when people don't do their research and say like, I wouldn't recommend this, it's like maybe somebody out there would enjoy it. Like McKay and I enjoyed the book and you're telling them that they're not. Like, why don't you just say, I figured out halfway through the book that this was not for me because I didn't do my research. It is your own responsibility to regulate yourself when you're triggered, period. Like, it's nobody's fault. It's not the person who recommended its fault. It's not the author's fault. There's literally a warning on most extreme horror book covers or on the inside flap that says, warning, caution, this is an extreme horror book. It is intended to disgust you, offend you, shock you, and horrify you. So if you're sitting there being like, it's so disgusting. Yeah, girl, that was the point. She did her job. It should be 5 stars. Like, what's not clicking? What is not clicking, bro? It just makes me so mad. Like, I understand the genre is not for everybody, but when you just disparage it, like, I'm not gonna sit here and disparage high fantasy and say that it's trash because I know that it's not for me. I know that that is not what I like. It's not interesting to me. It puts me to sleep. Every single high fantasy book I've tried to read, it literally puts me to sleep. I fall asleep as I'm reading it. Does that mean I'm gonna go on and be like, this shit is boring, that is bad, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone? No, because I know there's a huge like fantasy stan group out there that would love the book that I don't like. Like, it's just so hard when horror books, especially like disturbing horror books, have such a stigma because people will disparage it and give it bad reviews when it's just not made for them, right, Mochi? Hell yeah. So I'm dealing with that right now, and I'm like anxious now that hopefully y'all are enjoying Pretty Girls. Hopefully it's not too much for y'all. Like, you need it, but then I think like it's not my fault if it is. Like, you need to do your research when you go into a disturbing book. Like, that's on you. It is your responsibility. Do your research. Nobody else know your triggers. Then you need to self-regulate afterwards, and that shouldn't affect your rating or reviews. You can have it affect your personal opinion, but if you have a platform, I just think that's fucked up. I just literally think that's fucked up. That's the current situation. I've been angry voice memoing McKay all afternoon since I got home, and like we were talking about that. That's the tea right now. I'm gonna try to like not be angry anymore and read a little bit more of this book before I have to pack. Hello. I have almost made it to the halfway point of Pretty Girls, but I had to put my book down because it is time to drive to Cyprus to see my family. We have both of the dogs loaded up and we're on the way home. See you soon. Not y'all, but well, one of you. My mom's a patron. Hi Mom, gonna see you soon. This is in the past, but it's in the future for you now. Okay, bye. We got a sushi situation over here. We got a little Zeke. Hey, buddy. Say hi. We made it to Cyprus. Hello, vlog. Sorry yesterday was so uneventful. I just got to my mom's house and wanted to spend time with my mom and my brother for our first night. So I didn't really do a lot of vlogging or reading, but I did end up making it to the over halfway point in Pretty Girls, and tell me why I forgot about just a lot of this. I'm so glad I'm doing this reread because I totally forgot about all the stuff with Adam Quinn, and some of it is just like blowing my mind. It's keeping me like intrigued and on the edge of my seat. Even though I've already read this goddamn book, it's like still has me in a chokehold right now. I'm also at the part when they're going to visit like the house in Athens, and so I know everything's about to pop off, but I just like, I don't remember what happens with this girl, like this wife, the secret wife that Paul had under another name. Like, I do not remember for the life of me what happened to her. So I'm super excited to get more into it. I know we're gonna be like laying out by the pool today, and this isn't really a pool read, and I also want to be like sober and intentional when I'm doing my reread since I'm like annotating. So I think I will pick up something else when I'm laying by the pool and probably just be like slower and more intentional about this vlog and this reread. So that's the tea on that. I will see you when I see you. Hello vlog, I haven't seen you like all day. I'm sorry my voice sounds like this. I've been talking all day with my family. We had a fun little pool day. We went to go get dinner at my dad's house. We had a wonderful red velvet cake. It was such a fun day, and I finally got some time to read. Oh my god, there's something on my book. I'm so sorry. I got some time to read Pretty Girls some more when the boys were watching some World Series that I did not care about. So I read up to the like 80% mark. I have a little under 100 pages left to go, and there were just so many things that caught me off guard. First of all, like obviously I knew Paul was alive the whole time. Like that's a big twist. I obviously did not forget about that, but there was something in me, like I was convinced he was dead. Like I kept forgetting, and then the twist actually hit, and it still had the same impact. Like it was crazy. And the way that the reveals are done, like around the 200 page mark, like page 200 through 225 are absolutely insane. There's like a million reveals back to back. Everything starts to come together, and like I feel like that is the point where on my first read I was like, I'm not gonna put this down until I know exactly what's happening. And I have the same feeling again on a reread, which is so cool that that feeling is duplicated. Also, a couple huge things that I forgot about was the mom knowing about the tapes. Like I totally forgot that she knew about the dad, you know, watching the tapes and all of that, oh my god, like that just like blew my mind. And I forgot that Paul was the masked man. Like, of course, something in my head was like, oh yeah, Paul was involved in everything, but I kind of forgot like where exactly he was involved. I was like, yeah, duh, he's just the mastermind. I was bamboozled. I totally forgot he was the actual perpetrator, like he was the masked man. And I'm so shook about it right now. Like, I cannot believe I forgot all these details, and it is so cool, like, reliving them. I'm so glad y'all voted for this book. I'm having such a good time rereading, and I'm glad I get to talk spoilers in this vlog. So the next time you see me, I will probably be giving you my final thoughts on my reread.
That my dad had when he was a large man-child.
Man-child?
Well, you know, not quite a man, not quite a child.
Okay.
A dachshund.
Oh, that's funny.
Hello vlog, it is a few days later. We are back from Cyprus visiting my family. I am super tan, super relaxed, and just so happy that I could visit my family, but I wanted to wait until we got back to my normal filming scenario to give you my final update for the vlog on rereading Pretty Girls. I am just so excited that I got to read this again. Obviously, as you can probably guess from the rest of the vlog, it was a 5-star. Again, not just any 5-star. If I could give this more than 5-star, I would. This is just an absolute masterpiece. It is written unlike any other thriller I've ever read in my life, even any other work by Karen Slaughter, I believe. It is just the best thriller ever written. Like, if I ever read anything better than this, I will eat my freaking sock. I will eat a sock whole and I will live stream it because I don't think it gets better than this. Like, it's perfect. I cried at the end. I cried so many times throughout it. Just like knowing what's coming, I feel like heightened the emotions and made it so much more powerful on a reread. Also, upon a reread, I was identifying with different characters, which was really, really interesting to me. My first read through, I was all about Claire. I was in Claire's head. I was rooting for her. I just loved seeing her character arc throughout the book. And upon a reread, I was still, you know, obviously feeling for Claire, but I paid closer attention to the other characters and the parents, Helen and Sam. Oh my god. The mom, oh my god. The empathy that I felt for her, the fire and the passion that she had for her girls, how much she loved them. Oh my god. And the things that she does, right? They're questionable. They're not great. They're debatable, but you can tell that everything she did is motivated by this deep love for her daughters. Oh my god. And the dad, I just felt such empathy for him. Oh my god, it broke my heart in two, especially after reading the prequel. If you haven't read the prequel to Pretty Girls, which is called Blonde Hair, Blue Eyes, I would really recommend that, especially if you're connecting with Sam, the dad character. I feel like that just tells you so much more about the bond between Julia and Sam and just expands on what the book talks about. Oh my god, it literally breaks my heart how much he loved her and how he never stopped looking for her. It just like makes my skin crawl knowing what happened to this family and seeing them ripped apart, but then also watching how they put themselves back together. This is just such a beautiful book. I don't want to keep rambling on because I want to have fresh thoughts to say on the live show, which I'm so excited for. Hopefully you all can make it. I'm so excited to discuss this with you. Thank you so much for watching this vlog, and I will see you later. Bye.